I'll honors.
I want to roll a
Did
perception
he
check for
unkey?
writings.
I don't know exactly what happened.
I like to have Blixwise see if the runes have any religious connotations.
Sure, you can see all kinds of stuff about Droskar, the dwarven god. I mean, he's basically the equivalent of Moradin in Dungeons and Dragons, basically.
Oh, okay.
So yeah, you see all kinds of religious symbolism, iconism, all that good stuff about Droskar.
And I let the other people know about that.
I want to go ahead and try to stand close to the center of these ruins, where they're more clustered, and cast detect magic.
I just want to update my records that I got here because I want to learn the dwarven history.
Well, you're not going to be able to really learn much from the ruins. I mean, you could possibly take a little bit in from the ancient architecture that the dwarves use, but through the ages, the dwarven architecture really hasn't changed. I mean, you may see maybe a couple, posts and lintels that may be different, or maybe a couple designs on columns that are different. But other than that, I mean, dwarven architecture's pretty much stayed the same. You don't notice a whole lot of differences.
I want to check for any hidden doors or type of passageways.
All right, so we're gonna go sort of like a one at a time because I know a lot of you guys want to do rolls. So everybody, go ahead and give me a perception roll. That's going to be probably the easiest way to do it. Usually I do perception roll. Well, I do a lot of silent perception rolls for people to notice things, but you guys, that was a good one. That was a good one too, Blix. You guys notice that the area is very pretty, and you see lots of leaves and trees and rocks.
Kodojo just sees air.
Well, these two.
Malavel with a 1.
So does Malavel.
Snake Eye.
Well, I want to go ahead and detect magic to see if there's any magical residue in the area.
Alright, you perform your spell. You see nothing that resembles any type of magic.
And I tell the group that these runes aren't being held together by magic or anything. Just a lucky part of the section, I guess.
Can we tell how long the runes have been here? Are they?
Well, this kingdom's been gone for ages, so
Are they?
hundreds and hundreds of years.
So they're as old as the building?
Oh,
They're not anything new.
what do you mean old as the building? What do you mean the building, the actual temple that was outside? That what is the ruins right now? Oh yeah, I mean.
Well, yeah. Specifically, are the runes? Have the runes been placed there after the building has collapsed? Are they? Do they look like they're fresh? Does it look like anybody's come by and either worshipped or checked them in the last, within the last 6 months to a year, or are they just really old and they're dust covered and we can barely see them because they're part of the original architecture and nobody's been anywhere near these in decades?
Well,
Ask Bucktago. He has more information on it.
what you do see, though, you do find several. It looks like the kobolds were hunting for food during the night because you do find several small kobold spears, and especially you, Eamon, with your knowledge of poisons, you actually notice that there is a centipede. You get a good sniff of it, and it looks like they're using some sort of centipede type of poison on their spears. And you find about a half a dozen spears. But in several spots, it looks like you find where the actual spear killed maybe a small vermin, like maybe like a rabbit or something. So they were definitely hunting during the night. And like I had said previously, you had heard activity outside in the ruins as well. So
How many
think
spears
Okay.
is there?
like a half a dozen. I mean, they're not of usable quality or anything. They're garbage basically, but they're just your typical shoddy kobold type of weapon.
So possibly a hunting party.
So did you get your cookies there, Sanders?
Well, probably just for their own
Runes
food,
versus
like,
ruins.
Exactly.
Exactly.
For the day's rations.
Hakar from Zolgarub.
So
Okay. I share this knowledge about the spears and the poison and the centipedes with the rest of the group. And let them know that it looks like they were, that it looked like a small hunting party, based off of what I heard last night and what I see as far as a kill spot, it being a small mammal or something, and I fill in the rest of the group with that information.
Yeah, and as you're relaying this, Boktago, you actually stumble upon a concealed stairwell. And what I mean by that is there was a little bit larger concentration of ruins and debris and everything. And what it looks like is a lot of this stuff was moved from the other area of the ruins to try to cover up the entrance to it looks like just a flight of stairs that just goes down into the darkness. No light. You don't see any light. You peek in there a little bit. Nothing. So you've definitely found the way to get into Droskar's, because you guys have scoured the area, and this is the only entrance you found. So you can thank Bach for that.
thank you, Bach.
Definitely.
Good eye, good eye.
Oh, Monday! Don't check
Okay.
Monday. Oh man!
Do we notice if the door is locked, or
I'd be like 3 days away.
is it open?
No, it's open. It's basically just an empty stairwell that is descending down into darkness.
I'm going to approach it.
All right. Well, with my since it's going into the darkness, with my elf
Fear of the dark, Iron Maiden. Fear
I want to
of the dark.
make sure that the stairs are, of sufficient strength. They're not garbage piece of crap that I'd fall through, and let the group know.
They're made of stone. It's dwarven architecture as well.
Then-
So
Why don't I go in first and scout the area and let you know whether there's something down
I
there?
immediately turn around and point at him and say, "Absolutely not. A dwarf tank metal.
Oh, all
going
right,
into the
Sanders.
darkness. I can just see you tripping down the stairs and hurting something."
I got night vision, idiot.
Still,
If we're going to go down into the darkness, and either we need to gather some torches and get them lit, or
Yeah,
we need some
definitely.
light spells.
I
cast
got
on
some
it,
torches on me if you want some.
Well, I am going to pull out my sword and shield and get them ready if we're heading down.
I'll cast light on the shield.
Thank you.
Demetrium, thank you for the follow, sir.
Cast light on my staff, top of my staff.
Demetrium, thank you for the follow and welcome to the community. Hope you're enjoying the game.
No humans.
Thank you for the follow.
Okay. We good. I got
All right.
60 foot.
So what I'm going to do is move you guys over to the new map. So give me 1 second to get you guys moved over. You guys this is a rather large area, so you can put it on about, you can put the map on about 80%. You'll be fine.
Found myself.
Now, Gim, I'm going to give you some natural. One thing, you guys are when you guys are descending down, I'm going to give you a little bit of information. So as you're descending down, the constant woodland background noises that you heard are now starting to dissipate as you are descending down into the darkness. You do get all of your light spells cast, and now replacing it, the sound from above, which is the nice sounds of nature and everything, replacing these sounds are now sounds of whispers, moans, hissing, and other intermittent echoes of jangling chains. So you guys are now at the entrance to Droskar's Crag, and I'm going to give you guys some light and everything, so bear with me 1 second, because I don't like to do that because I want to see how you guys literally prepare for everything. So
I'll be right back.
alright, so Gim, you have do not move anywhere, Gim. Do not say anything or anything, just kind of hang out. Alright, so Gim, you have light. Blix, what did you do? You said you casted light on what?
I think he just left. I think he casted light on his mace.
Okay, I will give him light as well.
Hey, Dave, I'm gonna cast Produce Flame, which gives a light source.
Okay. What kind of light source does it give you?
Let me double check.
Alright, so Blix is set. Next up is Bach.
I'm back.
Alright, I put a light on you, Dave, so you have light. Do not say anything or anything.
I see it now.
Alright. So, did you find out what Produce Flame does, Bach? Oh, did you guys also...
the torch.
Okay, so I think it's 20 feet. The torch is either 18 or 20 feet, something like that. So, I'll just put 20 for now. It's close
Box
enough.
a dwarf.
Bach is a dwarf, so you really don't need it, Bach, to be honest. I'll give you that freebie. So you get, on your racial card, you'll see that you get dim light vision, so dwarven, dark vision basically. So I'm gonna.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about that.
It's all right. Daddy's got you. Creepy, I know. Funny.
No
All right.
problem, brother.
Gimli, I think you are set. Alright, so Gimli's set. Malavel, you said you had light put on. Who put light on you? Was it Kadojo put light on you or something like that?
Yes, he put light on my shield.
Alright. I guess Eamon, you don't want any light on you whatsoever, I would take it. For when you scout.
sir.
Okay. Wolf, you cast light as well, if I'm not mistaken?
Correct.
Okay. Alright. Alright, we are set. Everybody should be able to see. You guys are all here now. And what you guys see, basically, as you descend to the bottom of the stairs, the stairway opens into a large rectangular chamber. The stone walls of this area are covered with intricate carvings of dwarven tailing in mines and smithies. In the center of the chamber stands the bottom half of a broken obsidian obelisk. There are many crude picks, hammers, and other tools that are lying scattered around the chamber. Now, you also see on the western side of the room, as you descend in, your torches and everything light the room, and you draw the attention to what appears to be several large kobolds. And these are a little bit larger kobolds than what you had encountered before, as you in your previous adventures or whatnot. So we're going to go ahead and right off the bat, we're going to go ahead and roll initiative because you guys had the lit torches and everything. So I'm not even going to do any kind of stealth versus perception or anything like that because you guys are basically, come right down the chute full blast, light and everything. So there you go. All right, turn tracker's up. I'm going to do some... And you can also see on the western side as well, as you peer in a little bit more, you can see that there are one of the, as you got down to the stairs, you notice that one of the kobolds was actually cracking a whip at several other smaller kobolds, and in turn, these two kobolds have ropes that are basically pulling a large chunk of that obelisk to the western chamber, well, to the western exit of this place. So that is what you see, and you see lots of other debris. Now, anytime you guys, about the terrain in this room, anytime that you see a lot of rocks, like right here, if you try to move through anything like that, that's basically difficult terrain, and it's going to cost you double movement. Now, this square here would cost you double movement, but everything else is light enough to where you'll have normal movement. So we will be doing hazards and everything like that as well. So you see the chamber to the east as well, and the one to the west, where it looks like a couple smaller kobold slaves or workers are actually pulling that obelisk. So, all right, I'm going to roll some initiatives, and we will get this party started. All right.
Keep on rolling like that, brother.
Jeez.
See, some things just don't stop. It was bad rolls. Actually, I had some pretty good rolls last night. I can't say I didn't. So it was a pretty decent night for rolls. All right. So first up is Wolfswift. Now you see all of these the kobolds.
Well, I can see one.
Yeah, you hear several others. So, but yes, you are able to react the quickest, and so you are up.
Okay, I'm gonna... pull out my magic wand and move up a little.
Alright, you can do your movement as long as you don't stop in the same space as someone. Alright, so you moved 3.
Yep. And then I'm gonna fire my magic missile wand at them.
Alright, and as you get over to the wall, you can see that there are several more warriors. Well, there are several more larger kobolds up to the northern area. Ooh,
Oh.
I didn't like that.
That's the one I'm shooting at.
Oops, 1 second, guys. Which one are you shooting at, man? Okay. The first one on the left. All right.
Correct.
Yeah, he was one of the first ones to actually turn around and notice you there. So, all right, magic missile's an automatic hit, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes.
Alright, you do 3 damage to him. Wham. No save. I believe there's no save in Pathfinder for Magic Missile, right? Automatic hit, no save.
Spell resistance.
Yeah, they don't have anything like that.
Well, I'm looking at it and it says spell resistance save throw. I mean, it's spell resistance, so.
What type of damage is it? Is it force or whatever they call it?
Yeah, force.
Okay. Yeah, when you guys do when you guys cast any spells or anything like that, you need to give me a saving throw. You need to give me what kind of damage it is as well, because I usually tell you guys what kind of damage it is as well in case you guys are vulnerable to something, if you guys are, resistant to anything. So, yeah, you guys get into the mindset of telling me, being more descriptive with your spell, what type of damage and everything like that, and just instead of just saying, 3 or whatever. So I need to know what type of damage it is and everything else. So no big deal.
Okay. So,
All right. So you are done, Wolfswift, I believe.
correct.
So, all right. So next up is the first Kobold warrior, which is right here. He has had his weapons drawn, so he doesn't have to draw anything. Actually, all of the kobolds have had their weapons drawn. And he is going to run in and engage. Engage, number 1.
Okay, Picard.
Alright. Alright, Gim, you're being attacked by a kobold. And that is a miss. 16 versus armor class, I believe.
Yes.
No, actually, that was a very bad miss. It was a minimum attack. So, oh yeah, he swings so wildly, he hits the spear up against the wall, and he kind of loses his footing as he fumbles. So, he's basically, he'll be able to attack next round, but he may be dead. So, next up is another kobold. They've got some pretty good initiatives. And basically the kobold does a warlike type of scream, and several of the other kobolds are starting to emerge from around the corners that everyone can see as well. 3, 4. Alright, this kobold is going to attack. You as well, Gim. Gim's got like a 20 armor class, I think, at level 2.
AC 21.
Yeah, 21, there you go. All these high, oh wow, a crit. Very nice, I like that. So I'm gonna confirm this. If not, I'll just do normal damage. Which, of course, I do not confirm the critical because of your massive level 2 armor class. Or level 3 armor. Yeah, level 2 armor class, I think. So, yes. He does a normal hit. And you take a total of 6 damage from a spear. So you're taking basically piercing damage. Alright, so that's up. You take a good shot. You've never been hit like that before from a kobold. Gim. Next up is Malavel. You've seen several kobolds advance to your left flank, and now you see some kobolds to the north, kind of hiding in the ruins in front of you that are advancing on you as well.
Okay, I'm going to take a 5-foot step to this area right in front again. And I'm going to attack this kobold right here.
Alright, the one that just engaged.
That's correct.
Engaged number 1. Bink.
Yeah, you're just
So it's a little,
my God.
shout. I say, damn.
Hi-ya!
Yeah, you basically forfeit the rest of your turn because of the critical fumble, so that's okay. I did the same thing on my first kobold attack, so don't feel bad. So you miss the kobold. You basically pull your bow back, and the arrow comes unknocked, and you when you
Actually,
let
I'm
go of the
using a
string.
sword.
Are you using your sword? Okay.
Yes, I got the sword and shield out.
All right. So you basically just fumble on the way out. So as you advance, you sidestep in, and you basically get caught up on Gimli's girthy body, and you guys get tangled up for a second. Doesn't affect Gim, but it messes up your attack enough to make you miss pretty bad. And you'll be able to recover by next round. So, all right. Next up is Mr. Blixwise.
I'll move up to Gimli.
Dave,
Yeah.
my 16 didn't make it into turn order.
Did you target your token? You have
I
to.
did, but I had
Malavel's
I had changed it a second, and I
16
messed
is
up the.
Hold on, Dave. All right, I'll get you added in. 16. So you can go ahead and hold on one second, Dave. Almond wasn't in the turn order.
okay,
so
now, okay.
You're up, Eamon. Almond.
All right.
Exactly, Leopold.
I am going to engage since I am adjacent, and the little pink kobold is targeting someone else. I get my bonus attack.
Well, you can't attack through a wall, so that's not going to attack. That's not, you're on a corner of a wall, so that is not going to count. But you will be able to fire normally against the kobold that is basically the one that just engaged in the silver armor. Because you got to take into considerations when you're on corners, you can't attack or receive any kind of effects through those types of corners or anything like that. So just a little FYI for you.
Sure, no problem.
Kerbal Space. My son's friend plays Kerbal Space program. Sanders. He
okay,
couldn't
so
get
one
into
I
outer
can attack is
space. It was
the large one
funny.
that came in second.
Yep, sounds good. That's it. Yep. This guy right here.
Okay. Yeah.
Ah, sorry about that. I just now saw your tail there, Eamon.
No problem.
Yeah, so 21 is definitely a hit.
Alright.
God, 11 damage. Unbelievable. Yeah, you basically you stick an arrow right between the eyes of this kobold, and the arrow goes basically all the way through his head and out the other end, and he just goes into convulsions and goes down. You've killed a kobold with one shot. Congratulations on first blood tonight.
Congratulations. Alright,
Well
and I am going to finish my round by taking a sidestep and kind of moving out of this corner if I can.
Alright.
And that's it.
One shot, dude. 11 damage. Alright, Blix, you're up now, sir.
Gotta love,
I'll move up so I
gotta
can be
love
next
dex
to Gimli.
bonuses.
And then I'll cast. I'll use cure right wounds from the wand on them.
Alright. Don't forget to take your
I
arrow
always
off,
do.
Eamon. And
I always do.
yeah, don't forget to take your arrow off from your 150 arrows that you have. And don't forget to take the charge off, Dave, which I heard you said you would. So there you go. Micro management. My favorite word in Dungeons and
Okay.
Dragons.
Gimli can heal 4. And that would be my turn.
Alright. Mr. Bach, you're up. Captain Bach.
Alright, I'm still trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna take a couple steps and just walk over here.
Okay. That's 10 feet.